questions, and you get to, hear everybody say, "Why'd you shoot Dwight? I love him. Why'd you shoot Dwight? Why'd you do it, Lindsley? Why?" I'm gonna torment everybody watching. It's part of my job. I like pissing people off sometimes. Not you, them. Mm-hmm. Is Oscar here?
Oh, he is.
Oscar is here. All right, guys. What's up? We are live with Lindsley Register. Lindsley, say hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Let us know. We had a slight technical issue, so let us know if you can hear her okay. We're gonna let her do a little I don't know, little hi to YouTube or something like that, and make sure you guys can hear her. So go ahead.
Hey YouTubers, glad you're here with us.
All right, now let's see. Here we go.
That's messed up, Oscar.
What do you say?
He's like, I gave you the thumbs down already.
Yeah, he probably did. All right. Everybody's good. All right, guys.
Sorry for the delay. We had to do a couple things and had some difficulties, and
I don't want to throw anybody under the boat or bus or whatever could possibly run somebody over, but there might have been a miscommunication on the start time tonight.
No, because let's be very clear about this. Chris was with me, physically with me, when I made the YouTube live event. And I said to him, what time should I make it for? And he said, very specifically, that I told Lindsley 7:30. And I said, okay, so I'll make it for 7:30. But then he goes, no, make it for 7 o'clock so we can do a recap of our weekend at Walker Stalker Con, New Jersey. Then,
but
he never
changed.
But he never told me to change it, so I didn't think anything about it.
That changed because we're doing the other show tomorrow with Oscar.
Okay, but that when I made this event for Lindsley, that was still up in the air.
We confirmed it today. What are you talking like
today? But when I made it yesterday,
so you had all day to correct it.
Oh yeah, I had so much time in between, getting to work and doing everything at work.
What did you do at work today? I'm curious.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll deal with that later.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right, we're done.
Sorry about that.
See, that's how we like to do things around here. she is all right. So, she is totally. Lindsley's from the South, so she already told me that this kind of arguing would not happen down there. She'd basically, right? I mean, there would just be like drag you outside, beat you silly, and then you're done.
Well, it's like more passive aggressive until it escalates into violence. Guys
Okay.
just go right for like direct insults and.
All right, so the Northerners just go right for the throat. Southerners like to be like, "Oh, well, let's put a little hospitality on it, and then I'm gonna wait for you to sleep and kill you."
Yeah, that's really accurate.
Okay. Yeah, everybody does feel really bad for you right now, actually, that you had to go through that little
put up with us.
That little segment right there. Hercules, behave. He's just saying that you're very attractive. Other than that, I'm not. So anyway, Oscar's here, and Oscar is the artist that we spoke about, prior to the show.
Yeah.
Oscar has a very, very interesting question for you. Oscar, I hope you're listening, because if I asked it, I know you're here. So, he wants to know, what kind of weapons would you like to see in the background of the piece that he's drawing for you as Laura from the show?
What kind of weapons would I like to see there?
Yeah. Or what maybe holding, or in the background of your piece that he's doing?
Wow, of me.
Oh yeah, he's doing a piece for you.
Laura always has a Glock. God, I had a really cool butterfly knife in one episode that we shot with, that it was never featured. I'm super jealous of Michonne's katana, but it would probably make sense to see my Glock.
Your Glock.
Yeah.
All right. And then maybe we could, I don't know, I'm sure Oscar could do something in the background, maybe sword-ish, something. maybe you'll be standing in front of like a, I don't know, maybe training or something in his thing, and in the background there'll be just an arsenal for you to play with. Something like that. Sound good for, hopefully Oscar, you can hear that and you got that. So a Glock, which is my favorite choice, by the way.
Yeah.
I carry a Glock next to my side every day, and it's fun. We have a question from Hercules. His name's Ryan. He calls himself Hercules.
He's got a bit of a complex.
He has a question for you because he's a Southern boy. He lives in VA, and he wants to know. He said he's pretty sure, but he's not 100% sure. But he wants to know if you attended Liberty University in Virginia. Okay. He wants to know how did you like Central VA? And go ahead.
I'm actually there right now. I'm from Virginia. That's my home state.
Like, I think the closest I've ever been to Virginia is like Alexandria.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm several hours south. I grew up in Roanoke, Virginia, and yeah, I really love it. Virginia, it's nice. You have all 4 seasons, and I just, it's my family and my friends and what I know and what I grew up with. So it's always really warm coming back here.
Yeah. You don't want to come up. You don't want to come up here where we're getting like ice and rain and stuff.
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
All right.
Though I hear that upstate New York is like stunning. I really do.
I would say probably come in like October.
Yeah.
Then leave.
Where did you say you guys were again?
We're in the Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the pretty part. That's the Adirondacks and all that stuff. I mean, New York City is, I try not to go there by all means. I try not to go. Ryan also wants to know, was your first big role in Six or The Walking Dead?
I got Six first. So the first television job I ever did was a bit part in a House of Cards episode.
Okay.
But I booked Six, I think maybe several months afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I would have. It's funny because like one job leads to the next, right? So I think that I wouldn't have booked Walking Dead if I hadn't booked Six.
Really?
So yeah, just something else to your resume, something to add a little bit of credibility, something to allow a casting director to trust you a little more. But yeah, Six came first.
So now, all right. So now you land Six, and you're a soldier, right?
I'm actually a daughter of a soldier. I'm like a punky, this like.
Oh, you're like that. My dad's a military man, so screw the law.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Very.
Sounds familiar for you.
Oh yeah, of course. All right. So you land that, and now what prompts you to go towards auditioning for The Walking Dead?
I mean, other than the fact that it was like, the show, it does so many amazing things for everybody who's involved, right? We have just such a huge fan base, such a huge, like, a loyal fan base that, being on The Walking Dead is just, it's a wonderful opportunity. But I love the show. Not from the beginning. At the beginning, I was like, zombie show, that's not really my thing. And then I think I watched it maybe around season 5 or season 6, and I was like, oh, this is such a fun show. So I was really excited when I got the audition. But I wouldn't say that I really pursued being on the show. I kind of allowed whatever came to me to come to me.
I feel like that's a really good thing to do, especially like in anything, but just to kind of like let the universe bring whatever it's going to bring.
Oh, absolutely. Just staying, like, keeping, like, a healthy detachment with things and, kind of taking the path of least resistance and, finding contentment in each moment. And that's what I've been doing, and it served me well so far.
Very nice. So House of Cards, real quick, you were on an episode of that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to meet, like, everybody in that? Like, I guess, should I say, that's a pretty big show too, right? They're in like their 6th or 7th season as well, I think.
Yeah, I believe believe there's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that has some pretty big names in it.
Yeah, Robin Wright directed my episode, which was amazing working with her in that capacity because she's a fabulous director with great vision, and she's always been one of my favorite actresses. So getting to be directed by her in my first television gig was really fun. And yeah, my scene was opposite Kevin Spacey, just like a few lines, and yeah, it was a dream come true at the time.
Have you had that like in awe moment with any of this stuff yet? Like where, you kind of just like have that really humbling, like, wow, like looking around like, yeah.
Yeah, oh, definitely. That happens to me. Like, it's like so many moments end up being like that. Like, I remember I was in Atlanta, and I guess an hour south is where we were filming my first season 2 seasons ago of Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
And I come back to my hotel, and I'm just like crying, and my boyfriend, he was like, whoa, what's wrong? And I'm just like, I don't know, I feel so lucky to be where I am, and I just am having so much fun, and I'm just doing what I always wanted to do, and sometimes it just overwhelms me. I don't know, I'm a very emotional person, so I cry at the drop of a hat, so that means when I'm upset or when I'm, just really thankful, and just, yeah, moments of overwhelming thankfulness really do come over me. Absolutely.
I can imagine that. I mean, that probably happens to any, I guess maybe anybody on given the circumstances, but being in that other situation where you're an actress and around probably, some of the most high profile people right now, the excitement, I'm sure like that excitement builds up inside of you throughout a day,
Yeah,
so.
It does. Getting to watch them work is a gift. Just getting a look into like how they approach things, like getting to learn under them and beside them, getting to work with them as an equal. It's like, it's very humbling, and and I feel really lucky to be learning from the best.
Have you met Andrew Lincoln?
Yeah.
All right, so we're trying to find somebody to say something bad or negative about him, and nobody can do it.
You won't find anyone. Like everything you've heard, which sounds like all positive,
Yeah.
is true, because he's one of those guys that just will go out of his way to be as friendly and warm as possible. Like, he'll do more than he really has to. He does way more than he should do. You know what I mean? To make everybody feel welcomed and invited to give their best work. Like, it's like he makes a safe space. Yeah, he's wonderful.
All right, we'll have to try again next time.
Yeah, try the next person.
No, pretty much we've heard that the guy should just walk around with angel wings on and a halo. I mean,
He's just that nice. He just really is.
No,
he really is.
Well, that's like, I was watching Walker Stalker, did a live stream of their panel with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and we actually walked past him at Walker Stalker Con, and we didn't even know it was him at first. And during his thing, he was telling the story about how some people on the set of The Walking Dead actually think that he's like this dick, like Negan is, because because they've never interacted with him on the set. So there's like actors and actresses that will like people will tell him like are intentionally avoiding him on set, and he's like, I don't think I'm that much of an asshole.
I mean, like, you just like in those situations, you have to understand like everybody's doing their thing. You know what I mean? We're all there, we're working, and so yeah, that's funny though to hear him say that because I can totally see that happening, but I don't know. You know that there's like a heart of gold beneath his like Negan exterior. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, what was really funny about Jeffrey D. Morgan this past weekend? I know you haven't been able to catch up on much, but he's been getting a lot of shit about not having an ass.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's been getting hammered about not having an ass, and he was like, you know what? He's like, it's just kind of like how I was born. I was born, from from my neck to my heels.
Well, it's funny too because one of our friends, Denise, she's AJ Sweet Soap. She sells soaps that are Walking Dead themed, and it's really cool stuff. And her husband was actually, I guess he met Jeffrey Dean Morgan a bunch of times at different cons and stuff. So they've kind of it's kind of the point where JDM recognizes him now. So they were at their booth, and he walked past, and this is right before I had gotten there, and I guess he stopped to say hi to her husband, and they have a banner up with all pictures of them and all the celebrities they've met from Walker Stalker, and he's on there, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool," and he kept walking, and our friend Denise was like,
She says she can't talk when he's around, so
yeah.
There's that. All right, so actually, I have to say, Karen. I think we spoke to her before, but Karen, one of our followers, she wants to say hi. She wants to say she's sorry that she's not here for your show. She really wanted to see you and interact with you and stuff. She was, like I said, she was the reason how this all kind of happened on Twitter. So we just want to let Karen know that we got you. Question from Jeannie and Nick. If you didn't work for Negan, would you rather be one of his wives or a regular worker? Wow. Wow. That's a damn good question.
That is a great question. I think that I'd rather do anything than be a Negan wife. The idea of being a sister wife is not really appealing.
Sister wives.
I'd definitely be a worker, for sure.
Okay, so definitely just you just want to go and slave away providing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do anything. Not as long as it can keep me out of the.
Sorry, somebody didn't silence their phone. He gets punched in the arm after the show for that. Craig wants to know, is that a glass
beaker
you were drinking out of?
Oh, that would be so much cooler. No, it's just plastic.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, she's really into science. What do you want? What's the funniest thing that's happened to you on set?
Okay, last season, so you guys know it's super, super, super hot where we're shooting, right? And I think it was like 102, 103 degrees that day. And we're shooting out on this driveway or this cement, and we're sweating so incredibly much. It doesn't even matter how much you're drinking. You're just people pass out. I mean, every season from heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
You can feel the crystals of salt, dry salt on your face. It's really unnerving. And
might be a market in that.
I had this moment where I was standing there, and my mouth is just I just went into this daze, and I was watching them rehearse, and I just I remember thinking of imagining that I'm just watching the show for a second, and I'm just watching the scene play out, and all of a sudden I come to, and I have a little drool on my mouth, and I just again, and Michael Strachizimus, our director, standing there looking at me what are you doing? Are you all right? And, I think that's probably the silliest thing that's happened to me on set.
You gotta call it drooling at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's okay.
I definitely was delirious from heat exhaustion.
That southern heat is no joke.
And it's funny too because we've had Peter Zimmerman and James Chen from Cal and Eduardo and Cal from the Hilltop on our show before, and both of them have said that they're on top of this hill and they make them wear 3 layers of clothing, and it's Georgia heat, and they're dying, and I'm like, why can't you give the guys a t-shirt and a pair of board shorts? Why do they gotta have to?
I know. I was in boots that day, boots and skinny jeans and a leather jacket and gloves, and it's really tough.
The leather, no.
Not in 103 degrees.
No, the leather's a no. Even the super tight clothing, I I see. This is one reason why I know I'd never be able to do this show, because me and heat, as soon as it goes over like 64 degrees, I'm miserable and I want to like just smack puppies. You know what I mean? Like I'm just angry because it's hot and I'm sweating, not doing anything, and I'm like, how is this possible?
You're right where you belong then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I was getting yelled at this weekend. Put on a coat. Put on a coat. I'm like, it's only 30 degrees outside. I don't need a coat. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like our drive down to New Jersey for Walker Stalker,
Killing
and I had the heat on because it's the Northeast, and it's the dead of winter, and somebody was talking to his girlfriend on the phone saying that I was trying to kill him by roasting him to death.
yeah. Yeah. I compared him to riding in the car with her and my mom together. Like, he was them. He was my mom and my girlfriend mixed together. Like, he's got his hood on and he's sitting there, and I'm just like looking at him.
Well, because he had the window down, they turned the heat off at one point, and it was freaking cold. And
anyway, let's get back to the show. I want to real quick. I want to spin it way back to your interview or your Oh my God, I'm having a really bad problem right now. Your the day did you go and do it live, or did you film it and send it to them?
My audition for the show.
Your audition, yeah. Did you like go there, or did you do like a video and then send it to them?
Yeah, I did a self-tape. Yeah, so I did it myself. Read this like kind of funny scene, a comedic scene where I shoot this guy, and then I'm like, oh, he was kind of cute. Dang it. Yeah. So it was a self-tape.
I feel a lot of people say that their auditions go that way. I keep calling it an interview. I don't know why. Their auditions go that way. That they're very quirky or just like really weird.
Yeah, I felt like they kind of wanted to see a little bit of a range. Like, can you find the lightheartedness and the drama?
Right.
That's what it felt like, anyways.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of had to do that this past weekend, but we'll get to that. Where you had to, you had to do some dirty work. So the show, okay. I remember your first major scene. It was after Spencer got back and they had been out collecting stuff and everything. This is like the first major scene I remember seeing you like actually have lines in and talk and stuff like that and have interaction.
Was that when what's his name got his ass handed to him as he got curb stomped and shit?
What's his name?
Aaron? Was it Aaron?
Oh, Aaron got beat up.
Wasn't it the one where him and Rick came back from the?
Oh yeah.
And they found the note in there.
Yep. That
said you lose anyways or whatever, and then he got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, pretty sure he did. Yeah. But everyone at that point, I remember talking about how Spencer and you were gonna have this little, because there was like googly eyes going on set, or not on set, but on the show. Where he was trying to slide in there and try to make some peace between, I don't know if you're making peace or just trying to maybe I can make a savior fall in love with me kind of thing, and then change the world, so to speak. That whole situation, was that something that Laura, you think, was onto his game kind of thing?
I kind of felt like maybe in that moment she was only thinking about how long it had lasted since she had gotten laid. But who knows? Maybe there was more. Maybe she was devastated when when Spencer was no more. But she strikes me as the kind of girl that she's out for her kicks, and she sees a cute guy, she sees what she can get out of him. He's looking at her like, what can he get out of her? And to me, that strikes me as something that would happen a lot in this very every man for himself kind of community, in the sanctuary.
Right.
But yeah, fun little bit.
Okay, so Laura likes to have fun. Okay, we got Spencer has no guts. Were you there? Were you there that day when they sliced him, when they gutted him and shit fell out of him?
No, I wasn't. I didn't know he was dead until I came back much later to shoot another episode.
Oh wow.
Where's that guy? And they're like, oh, he's
Yeah. He's on the no more list. No more. All right. So I mean, you've come on in the show as far as your character a lot in this past season. I mean, was there like some kind of like, obviously that made you happy, I'm sure you got more screen time and more lines. But I mean, was that like a conversation you had prior to everything? Like, hey, we're gonna really step your part up or anything like that?
You know, it's with such a huge cast, it's very non-commitment,
Right.
or non-committal. They did let me know, here's what we're thinking about for you for this coming up season. Like, this is what we're imagining, and there were talks there between them and my agent. But coming into it, I really didn't have any idea what
Right.
my part was gonna look like, what my content was gonna be, where my character was gonna be going. So it's like I still just find out episode by episode where we're going with it.
Right. Well,
It's very surprising.
I'm gonna assume that as of right now you're still alive because we didn't see until you see someone actually die. You just assume they're alive.
Right.
And I'm gonna let everybody know right now who's watching that Lindsley still hasn't even seen the episode. So she just got back from Canada from filming. So like she's been like just kind of chilling. So this is gonna be like a little peek inside the show for her. So as we start asking you questions that are going to start involving the show.
I just wrote down one. So.
Yeah, what do you got for me? Let's see. This is from Pi. Wait, who? Pi. Like, wait, there's a couple of Pies now that I've learned.
No, there's that one.
Well, there's that's Pi. Well, I know that's Pi, but there's another Pi on our Twitter that's a different Pi than that Pi. Believe it or not.
I thought that pie was that pie.
Paper Pie?
Yeah.
Paper Pie is that Pie?
Yes, I thought so.
Paper Pie, is that you, Pie? We're not going to do Pie again.
Pie has a name that we can't pronounce because Pie's from another country.
So we call her Pie.
I love it.
Yeah. But there's also one of our followers is called Paper Pie. Now, if Pie is Paper Pie, perfect.
Pretty sure it's the same person.
So Pie wants to know, because you got the hair down, is that barcode tattoo real?
No.
No.
Not.
No.
I think I always play I think I've always played really sweetie characters. It wouldn't make any sense for me to have a neck tattoo constantly. Yeah, so it's not, but it's really fun to have it. So this is where it normally is, right here.
Right. Okay. So the barcode is not real.
I was right, by the way. Paper pie is pie.
Okay. So thanks. Paper Pie's Pie. Does that tattoo, to your character, did you give that tattoo any kind of meaning?
People always ask me that, and it's taken a really long time for me to come up with an answer, because when the designer who gave me the tattoo, he was the one who made the call on the tattoo. It came with a set of other tribal tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
so I know that it had this kind of tribal vibe to it, but I've been trying to come up with a personal meaning for why would my character have gotten this tattoo, and I really haven't decided on that yet. But it's something I want to come up with. So I would love for them to send me backstories that make sense to them, or because maybe that's something I could use, for my process.
Maybe in her previous before the apocalypse, maybe Laura was a shopaholic and really liked buying stuff, and just yeah, she just really enjoyed purchasing things. So she said, I'll just throw a barcode on my neck.
Ryan Hercules said the tattoo really makes you look more savorish.
Savorish.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so too.
I think, well, you have definitely become, especially after this week, You've definitely become one of the more badass women that they have over there in the sanctuary. Um, I mean, promotable probably to a lieutenant, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Especially after some, the tidbit of information you might be able to develop or to
No.
deliver.
That's leverage right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be like, I think I deserve my own outpost, my own guys,
Absolutely.
something like that. Linda wants to know. Linda, by the way, is watching live in France right now. So it's like 2:00 in the morning, I think. You have some very, very dedicated people out there, believe me. Linda wants to know, what do you have to say about Josh McDermott?
What do I have to say about him?
Yeah. I'm guessing maybe either his character or him himself, maybe?
Maybe both.
Maybe both?
It was really funny getting to meet Josh after having, like, this impression of his character. He definitely carries that same very dry, very flat tone that his character has. Like, he really does have that, and I think it works. That's why it works so well, because he used to be a comedian, or maybe he does still practice stand-up comedy. I don't know. But no, he's hilarious. He always has a one-liner. He's been a great acting partner, and I love our chemistry on the show. I love getting tagged with Josh.
He's really. I mean, is he really like that in person?
The accent is all fake. All the like the quirkiness of Eugene is not Josh's, for
Right.
sure. But like some of his intonations and some of his like black humor, I think like is really some of Josh, and that's like this lovable part of him. You should go watch him in like Talking Dead and whatnot. He's charismatic for sure, but I love his style of humor. I love dry humor.
Does he really? I want to find out. Does he really love pickles, or does he like despise pickles? You know what I mean? Because that would make it so funny to me. Like, so here's your jar of pickles, and you hate them.
I'll let you in on a secret. I know for a fact that he does like pickles.
Okay.
But I also will tell you that he started telling people he doesn't like pickles because people have brought him so many pickles and he doesn't know what he can do with them. And they're just all these pickles are good. And so he's just started spreading around that he doesn't like pickles because he doesn't want people to bring him any more pickles.
He could open up a pickle deli with all the pickles he has.
Well, he talked about bringing them to like a food drive or something, but they won't take them because they've already been opened and like picked. You know what I mean? Because people are like making them, and so the pickle thing, it's still going.
That's awesome.
Well, poor Josh. Oh boy. So. Stitch wants to know. Well, she wants to know what your next project is, but we know about 6, but you actually have something else that you're working on. You want to let everybody in on it?
Sure. So maybe some of you guys have seen I've shared a little bit about the movie that I produced last December called This Valley of Dying Stars. And we're currently in post-production editing that, and you can see the official teaser. You can find that on my Instagram or my Facebook. But upcoming projects, like hopefully we'll have a season 3. We won't know yet until we see how viewership does for season 2. And hopefully I will be back in Walking Dead.
I like how she did that.
That was good phrasing. I liked it.
That was good. You always just sit there on a nail biter. Just come on, give it to me.
See, whenever we interview people from the show, you always expect like the red laser dot sight to show up from the AMC, executive producers.
They're like, they're spying. They're just watching.
Who said something like that? I forgot. I forgot. One of the guests that we had on said something like that. Like he said, at the risk of having a red laser dot sight on my chest, and he said something, and I was just like, I'm gonna go with it. That's awesome.
I love that.
One of the women watching, her name is Terry. She goes by the name of Stitch on Twitter, but she is a veteran, and she's seen a lot of shit. So she's very excited. She said, "Nice, I want to see 6 season 3."
She wants to see more badass women in the Saviors.
Yeah, she wants to see more badass women. This woman's a warrior. We say thank you to her every day, every chance we get, because of the amount of shit she's had to go through and do for this country. So
I know Terry. She's been following for a while. Got back to about 6 and Walking Dead. She's really something.
She is. She's one of those people you come along once in a lifetime to meet and feel like really proud that you know them. So, thank you, Terry. All right, Linda wants to know: can you tell us something about season 2 of 6?
Something about season 2 of 6. Okay, something maybe you already know, maybe you don't know, is that Olivia Munn is joining our cast.
I think I heard that.
Yeah, like she has a really killer, like speaking of badass women, she has a really cool role. She plays one of the soldiers, and yeah, she's gonna have a great role in it. Let's see who else is joining. We have a few other cool additions. Yeah. Oi, what else can I tell you about 6 season 2? I hope we'll have some like teasers out there for you guys soon, some trailers or something.
Yeah, generate that interest. Let's go.
Yeah, make it happen.
I guess there's 2 other shows it has to compete with. I don't mean to divert, but I mean the world we live in now, and these type of shows, I can see them catching on with the population, just because of the state we're in, so
yeah.
Any kind of shows that are going to have anything to do with military or what could possibly be going on in the world, I could definitely see them all catching on and doing well, because once you see one, it's like, once you see one like really good zombie show, you're like, oh well, let's try to find another, and then you find Z Nation and you're like, turn that shit off. Sorry. I'm gonna get yelled at for saying that. Don't worry. Z Nation's pretty good. All right, it's pretty good. It's okay.
But
it
that
was.
Sometimes like you finish a show and you're like, oh, I'm not done yet with British crime drama. And then like you'll go and like, you know what I mean? You're desperate for something more, and you're like, oh, I'll take anything. So,
yeah. I hate like you finish like a really good series of something on Netflix, and then when it's over, you're just like gazing out of your window, like, what do I do now? All right, so another question from Linda. I love Linda. Linda, she's like a machine with the questions. Why didn't Laura kill Dwight? This is a couple of questions here. Why didn't Laura kill Dwight? Do you think she loves? Right, loves? Do you think she what?
She likes Dwight.
Likes Dwight. Do you think she likes Dwight, or at least understands his desire for revenge against Negan?
It all happened in such a quick moment that I don't think she had time to really think about it. I think they're in the heat of battle, and all of a sudden she sees him turn and mow down their entire team. I do think that Laura really respected Dwight. You see them together a lot. Like a lot of times, like when we're out and about doing our thing, it's Dwight and I are together. They obviously have trust for each other as partners. And shoot, there was another part of the question that I missed.
The second part?
Yeah, what else did she say in that question?
Well, it said, all right, so do you think she likes Dwight, or at least understands his desire for revenge against Negan?
Oh, and why didn't she kill him, right?
Yeah, why didn't she kill him, yeah.
Yeah, and I think in that moment, I think what she wanted just like instant revenge was maybe information.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, but turning and pulling a trigger on somebody that you know and you work with, I would imagine that's something really, really not easy to do, and that would probably, like, it would take a lot to make that decision in a split second. So I think that she just wasn't there yet, you know, and like, yeah, because this is somebody she knows and she trusts. So, yeah, in the heat of the moment, I think she just made a call to shoot him in the arm and figure out, you know, what the hell was going on, and then was interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
That leaves us in a really interesting place.
I know, it does.
Plus, we talked about this before, but you mentioned the comic book.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I haven't gotten that part in the comics yet, so maybe you can explain that better.
Well, yeah, in the comic book, Laura and Dwight share a little kissy face time. So there's like a relationship there in the comic.
Disclaimer, this is no confirmation it's ever going to happen on the show. I'm just saying. Yeah, not trying to get anybody, you know, red laser dot side or anything, but, you know.
I don't think you know what, that's one thing I really don't worry about with anybody that watches us. They're not the type of people to turn around and go on Twitter and be like, oh my God, Beast Mode Podcast, Laura is going to make out with Dwight on Walk. You know, they don't do any of that shit. So thankfully they're all, I think.
Trust me, it's not our followers that I'm worried about. It's the random person that stumbles upon our podcast. You know what I know?
Yeah, it's true. Very, very true. So you had, Laura had a feeling, right? I mean, the whole thing with Dwight not coming, not stopping and driving ahead. I mean, you're telling him to stop the vehicles. And then I believe you said, you were questioning him. You're like, is this why you did this? Is this why you did that? I mean, was that the disbelief building up and everything prior to all that happening? I mean, was it just like really hard to like take in? Was it like, you know, like you said, this is someone you've been with and trusted and worked with on the, you know, going out on the show. So do you think like disbelief took a big part of you maybe not being able to finish the job?
Oh, absolutely. I think, like, me personally, as Lindsley, putting myself in that situation, I can't imagine how much time or how much convincing it would take to really believe and accept the fact that, oh, my coworker, my partner, my trusted, my confidant is a traitor and is, you know, willing to sacrifice my life and the lives of everyone we've been living with, protecting. I think it would take a hell of a lot of convincing to get to that fact, and then, you know, Laura's confronted with that in a moment, in a really violent moment.
Yeah.
Where she sees him do all the dirty work himself. So, yeah, that was really poignant. That was really poignant.
Prior to, I mean, being on 6, and I don't know if I haven't even been able to watch it yet, so I'm not sure, but prior to The Walking Dead and everything like that, did you ever, well, you live in the South, so I'm going to assume yes, but did you ever shoot a gun, hold a weapon, deal with any kind of, like, play with a knife or, I don't know, an axe or something like that? Did you ever have like any kind of like weapons training?
I didn't have any formal weapons training. Well, that's not true. I mean, in college, so I studied theater in college, right? So I used some like antique revolvers and some shows that I worked in, and for that I had to go through a little bit of training. Like I took some classes on like on how like combat with staffs.
Mm-hmm.
My dad always was really interested in familiarizing me with guns. He has like several handguns, so sometimes like he would help me like practice, and so it was a skill that I always tried to maintain purely for, you know, my career, to be ready at a moment's notice to use a weapon. Mm-hmm. So it's not something I'm particularly passionate about. Because it always scares me every time. Like, I just think I'm one of those people, maybe I don't really get used to using guns.
I actually think that's a good way to think about it, to tell you the truth. Yeah. That's probably a really safe mindset to have. Personally, I mean, I've you know, since 2004 I've been legally carrying, but prior to that, you know, hunting or whatever, but holding something that has the capability of doing some really bad damage should never make you should never be comfortable.
Sure.
That's a good mindset to have. So kudos.
Noted.
No, duly noted. Do you do any accents?
Yeah, but I'm really scared that you're gonna ask me to do one right now.
I mean, I know, and a lot of actors and actresses need to like warm up and like tune it.
Yeah, I do accents. In college, like I had to do Scottish accent. I've had to do a German
Oh
accent.
wait, hold up, no, stop right there.
Oh God.
You can do a Scottish accent, kind of.
I had to do it. I did not say I could, but I said I did.
All right. So we're gonna let you off the hook.
Yeah, like Australian. Yeah, that's like another thing that's just like you're supposed to have as many as on hand as possible. But yeah, accents fascinate me.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I said, half of our followers. I mean, we have the UK, we have Australia, we have France. So it's like, and then we have like our people from the US. But then like you could hear. I'm surprised you don't have like a harder Southern thing going on.
I try to stay neutral as possible.
Can you give me like a good hick accent?
Oh my God. I don't know if I could. I could maybe give you a caricature for sure, but I come from a very Southern family, and they're all they have pretty big accents, like South Carolina especially.
Yeah. I like to tease Jeannie and Nick because they're from Texas.
They're not here tonight, unfortunately.
They're not here tonight because Nick's at school, but I always like to tease them because I do like this real goofy like hick accent, and she's like, hey, you better stop making fun of us Texans, and I'm like, oh, I'm not, I swear. So I like to give them a little ribbon every now and then.
Well, I was noticing your accent. At first before you said New York, I was thinking, don't kill me. I was thinking you were going to say like Philadelphia or something.
Oh my God.
Or New Jersey, because
oh no.
you say, what did you say? Like without or something like that? You said a D.
I said a D?
And I was like,
without?
What is that? What is that accent?
Usually we get the coffee
The
thing.
coffee, yeah.
Coffee. You say coffee.
Get the coffee, yeah. Give me a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, say scramble them eggs hard and shit.
Yeah, hard.
Scramble them hard. Please, yeah. Okay. Question from Craig. Besides acting, is there anything else creative you enjoy doing, and would you pursue that as a career? Ooh, Craig. Does Craig know you?
That I know. There's a Craig that's been following me for a while that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Craig from Minneapolis, I think he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Something that's been taking up a lot of my time lately, and I started when I was in Vancouver, is dancing.
Okay.
So salsa and a certain kind of dance called souk. It's like a Brazilian dance. Very connected, very sensual, very active. And that's like, it's really helped. It's really been like a mental exercise for me, not only in my acting, but just in becoming more free as a person and acting on my intuitions and being more trusting. It's all about surrender, and that has been a really fulfilling creative outlet for me lately, and that's something I think I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. If I could be a full-time dancer, if I could be a professional dancer, I mean, that sounds like an amazing life to me, but there are so many different lives I could live
Right.
and be incredibly happy. I believe that for all of us, that there are many things we could do and love it,
Right.
And so I'm happy on the path that I'm on right now, and who knows where that will be in 10 years. But dancing, I think, is something that will stay with me. Yeah.
So after acting, you could possibly see her on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, hell yeah, I'll be tearing it up.
Doing a little Brazilian souk. We had to say hi. What? Who was watching from somewhere? Was that Ecuador?
Oh yeah, I was watching from Ecuador.
Somebody was watching from Ecuador. Do you know anybody in Ecuador?
No, I don't.
They were like, say hi from Ecuador. I'm like, oh, okay. That was the first for us. We're like, Ecuador?
Hello, Ecuador.
Yeah, what up, Ecuador? They're watching on Instagram. So tonight we're on YouTube and we're on Instagram Live. So
Awesome.
we just got you everywhere, girl. Okay, another question from Linda. Which was more surprising, Dwight's betrayal or Eugene's loyalty? That's another damn good question.
It's so poetic too. I love the like Shakespearean, like it's like a juxtaposition. I think I'd say Eugene's loyalty, and not just his loyalty, but like his bravery. Like I think that Eugene has gotten like a lot of crap this season about being with the Saviors and being in the sanctuary, but like to me, like from what I've seen of the show, it's like he's playing the long game. Like he's playing like the intellectual game, you know, and he's saying what he's have to say because because like he knows what he's doing, and like I think his heart has always been in the right place. So I'd say that's been more surprising and really enjoyable to watch.
I would have to say that Eugene's loyalty too is probably the most surprising. I don't know if I'd call him a hero or brave. He's been hitting the bottle late at night now to sleep, and he's probably doing all these things under the influence of alcohol. So he doesn't even really know what he's doing. No, I am happy that he decided to accidentally drop the keys on the floor, I hate saying this because you haven't watched the episode yet. So like I'm gonna stop because I want you to watch the episode. I want you to watch it and be like, oh, I already know. Thanks, Chris. What are you
writing down more questions? You can read from here.
Oh my God. Okay, so Ryan wants to know if the Z-Pac happened today, which woman would you want to lead your group? Michonne, Carol, or Maggie?
Carol. Hands down. I love Carol. Carol is so cool, and she's had such a cool arc. I would trust Carol with my life.
Really?
How about you guys?
Maggie.
Yeah, please. this guy. The only reason why he's Team Maggie is why, Ryan?
Because I have a huge crush on Lauren Cohen. I'm not afraid to say it.
So she can lead you right to your death. I guess it wouldn't matter.
Have you seen how badass she's become this season?
Why is she badass? Because she shot a guy unarmed?
Because she's not taking anybody's shit right now.
She shot...
Plus, she came to the rescue of Alexandria.
She shot one of her unarmed people. That makes her badass.
Did you see what Simon did?
I don't care what
he shot Neil in cold blood.
Okay, well Neil is a threat. He could have pulled a gun in the back seat. He's the furthest threat. So you
and you think the Saviors at Hilltop are not a threat?
I don't think so at all. They're unarmed.
Okay, just because they're unarmed.
Can you tell who's a savior here and who the Alexandrian is? Hilltop boy.
I love it.
I feel so bad right now for our boy Joshua right now. His hands are tied and I just feel bad. Josh, you'll be okay. What?
Nothing.
Anyway. All right, so you're going Carol. I would probably I'm Michonne. I'm a Michonne guy. I'm kind of jealous of the sword too, like you. Come on. I own two. They're like right over there. But and I almost bought another one at the con, but I didn't. I didn't want to spend any more money than I already did. So Tiffany wants to know, why did you here it is. Why did you have to shoot my man Dwight?
Tiff has a serious crush on Austin.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good choice. Austin's great. But I had to shoot him because I got to do what I got to do, and I'm on a mission.
It's true. She's taking the right course here. Your man Dwight decided to be a little backstabber.
A double agent.
Yeah, he's a double agent, and sorry, Tiff. I know we like this, but you know, your man Dwight, he messed up.
Thoughts and prayers for Dwight.
Yes, definitely. Filming that scene with all the gunfire going on, and I mean, obviously, I know it's fake, but filming that scene, I mean, how do you like prepare yourself for like that type of action? I mean, you know, do you have to like, is the adrenaline there, or is it something that like you need to build?
It's honestly really, really difficult shooting those scenes because you hit the nail on the head. There's not a lot going on around us. We're just like standing around, and there's like 50 people standing on set being silent, and we're supposed to be like, oh my god, like running around like crazy people with our heads cut off, and it's like it is hard to like conjure that sort of energy,
Right.
because like you just are creating this like situation in your mind, and obviously we're all going off of the script, but what that feels like in energy, it can like look different from person to person, you know. So I'm really relying on my director a lot of times to come up to me and being like, hey, yeah, take it way up. I remember like there were lines that I was whispering is like, I need you to scream, I need you to be screaming, like it's loud, it's really, remember that it's super loud.
Right.
So yeah, Austin and I, like a lot of times before we're shooting, we're like jumping up and down, just trying to like really get my heart rate up, hold my breath so that I can feel my heart thumping in my chest. You know what I mean? So that when we go, it's like, it is already there that like I'm in, like adrenaline will be coursing through my body in that situation for real. So that's just like a couple of things that I do to try and put myself there. And and just coming to set as free as possible, as relaxed as possible, so that I can go there.
That's really cool. She makes her own adrenaline. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, anyone can.
No, I know. I mean, but you know, you're like, you know, you make it happen. Like you pull it out of you. You know, like because I mean, it'd be like one thing if like you were like you knew that they were let's say they were about to start like a gun scene, and all of a sudden someone took an M80 and like threw it at your feet, and that like, you know what I mean? Then that's natural adrenaline.
Right.
Maybe have Austin do that next time. Be like, can you take this M80 and just throw it when I'm not paying attention?
Yeah.
Sure, totally.
Stuff like that too.
Yeah, totally. All right, here's another good one from Linda.
Linda has really good questions.
She really does. You know, I'm gonna give her a lot of props right now. She starts rewatching episodes like a day or two prior to our podcast.
Yeah.
Basically on the character and the person we're going to have on the podcast. And she will just go and
hammer those questions.
She'll be like that, and I'll be like, and then I see stuff like this. So this is a really good question. Do you think Negan can survive without the Saviors? And do you think that the Saviors can survive without Negan?
What a fabulous question. My gut reaction is to say that no, Negan couldn't survive without Saviors, because I think that Negan is a bully who is thrived off of instilling fear in enough people and enough people falling into line. And I think if you isolate that kind of a person, like, you just take away all their power. So maybe he could get by, but he wouldn't thrive, I think, is the way he has in Sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Saviors, I do think, could survive without him if they could work together under new management. Like, everybody would have to be on board, though. Everybody would have to be on the same page. Like, everybody would have to be, like, willing and cooperative to do things a new way, which is, wow, what a really interesting thing to think about. Like, what a curious hypothetical. I love thinking about that.
Well, it's funny you say that, because there's been some rumors, and they're just rumors, or they're theories, that at one point Simon was the leader, but he was probably a little too brash in his actions.
And that he's the one who killed Oceanside, right?
And
the
that,
men?
Yeah, I mean, there's a theory that he's the one who wiped out the men of Oceanside. And that Negan had to, like, step in and take over. And, I mean, there was that little conversation they had. It was 8-3, I think, or 8-4. Can't remember. But they were they were at the table having their little conference. I believe you come running in at one point, telling them that the workers
are coming upstairs.
were starting to come upstairs. There's about to be a mutiny, which kind of leads into our next question from Linda. What do you think would have happened with the workers' mutiny if Negan hadn't shown up?
They might have, honestly, they might have overtaken us. I mean, they had, it was 5 of us, and there were 40 of them.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. Yeah, it's a numbers game.
Yeah, it's numbers games. And I think that's true to real life too. Is when you get enough people behind an ideology, when you get enough people to act on something, that's really where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of been, I guess, Rick's theory as far as being with the survivors part is that, you survive in numbers. That's how you thrive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Negan being without his people, I don't think he'd last very long at all.
Yeah.
Question for you, and Hercules likes to ask this question, but I don't think he has yet, so I'm gonna ask it for him. If the Z-Pac started today, how long do you think you'd survive for? It's a really good. It's like a good on the spot question.
I am going to say I think I would survive. I'm going to say I think I'd flourish.
Really?
To be completely honest,
She's like, probably about a week or two until I run out of water and food. I don't know.
well, okay, so we established I'm in the South, so I know where I could. I think I know enough people with weapons. I think I know enough people with supplies.
There are a lot of preppers down there. There's a lot of preppers down there. Yeah.
So I think I'd be fine. I think I'd do okay.
I think, yeah, you know what, now they think about it, yeah. The South, there's, even when you don't have guns, they have guns. I don't know how to explain it, but there's just hey, you got any more of them? It's like that meme. You got any more of them guns? Yeah, they got plenty. They got guns everywhere.
But then again, I'm going to be in LA in January, or just in a couple weeks, and I'll be there for a while, so.
We all know how Fear the Walking Dead started. It was out in California, so.
Oh boy.
I'd watch out for that. Don't get on anybody's boat and go into the water. That doesn't work out well. Do you catch any of the Fear stuff or no?
I've never seen a single episode.
Really?
No.
What about now with the crossover with Lenny going over there? Any more intrigue? Do you intrigued more about it or?
I'm very intrigued. Yeah.
I'm not. I'd be honest. I'm not. I'm not at all. I don't know. Personally, I feel bad for Lenny. I do.
Especially because, shortly after ending filming for The Walking Dead, he had to fly out and start filming for Fear the Walking Dead, so...
Yeah. I don't know. There's, you can tell a lot from somebody's body language and stuff like that, and it didn't seem like I'm assuming that he genuinely did not seem excited about it. But I'm going to leave it there. Enough on Lenny. Do you, meaning Laura, the character, have the desire to be the leader and not be Negan's executioner?
I'd say definitely.
Yeah, you see yourself running shit?
I think that her personality definitely leans towards that. I mean, that's like a classic situation of I could do things better. That's like a classic position to be in when you're doing all the dirty work, when you're the assistant and you want to be manager. And Laura's like a strong character. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty into work, and I definitely think that she would want something like that.
No, go ahead.
It's fun to go there mentally. It gives you something to work with. Gives you something to play with.
Right. I agree. Like I said, I mean, she's definitely become one of the more power females in the show as of recently. you shot someone. I'm assuming you're still alive because we didn't see you dead. Dwight even happens to mention that, hey, wait, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind, because damn it, you didn't watch. Ugh! I'm gonna zip it.
I have to interject for a second here.
What?
I got a DM from one of your fellow saviors, Blaine, and he said that you should have shot Dwight in the kneecap for being a traitor.
That would be way more filling, I think.
Yeah, if you shoot him in the leg, then yeah, especially the kneecap. Oh my god.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
that's really brutal.
Yeah. And then, did you get to see anything that happened after you shot him?
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, so I might see what you prefer, what you're gonna refer to.
Oh no, it's okay. Well, because afterwards, people have been mentioning how Rosita helps. Everyone leaves, and Rosita's the last one to help him up off the ground. So now people are trying to ship that. You know what I mean? They're trying to do a little ship stuff there. Like Rosita's gonna fill your kissy face spot that happens in the comics.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What? She's alive? What are you talking about? No, I'm not a wanker. I'm getting called a wanker from Lucy out in the UK. She's alive. I don't know if she's alive. Nobody knows if she's alive. What if she shot Dwight and ran away, but then got eaten by, walkers? Right? We don't know. You can't. I'm assuming she's alive because when you never see a dead body, you gotta kind of be like, okay, they're still alive.
Yep.
So there, she could have gotten eaten by walkers. One of our, maybe she became, Walker Chow Mein. I have no idea.
We did at the time with CJ, also a fellow savior that we were in complete denial about, and it was actually the first. Was it their first?
The very first episode.
The first episode
opening scene there
of season 8, and he actually died.
Yeah,
and
I was
he turned
in
into
denial.
a walker, and we were in complete denial about it, and we got him on the show on Skype to confirm with us that he is in fact not alive anymore.
You know CJ? CJ Rhodes and all them?
Never got to meet him, no.
No. Amazing dude. He's another veteran that just amazing guy. Here we go. Oh wait, no, I already got that one. Let me this one.
I'm writing questions. So
okay.
Give me it back.
Do you think the loss of human life is worth it for the war?
Hey, that's like an age-old question. I think of every war is like, well, is this all really worth it? And whatever is going to come out of this, like, and it's just so individual. In this war specifically with Rick and Negan, as my character Laura, I would say yes. She definitely believes in it, and she's gonna fight till the death.
Right.
But as a viewer, as Lindsley, like I don't know. If I was in Rick's position, I don't know if it would be worth it.
Yeah, there's some talk about that in the episode in the beginning-ish part. So you'll get to see all about that and kind of be like, oh, that's sweet, yeah. And then Laura will come in and be like, nah, fuck them, and you'll be like, yeah. So you have your little angel and your devil on your shoulder going back and forth, because that kind of situation plays out in the episode, where the loss of life being worth the war kind of thing. Right. So it's pretty cool. That's a pretty good question to tie in like that and have you answer like that. That's pretty cool. Let me see. Oscar wants to know, what's your favorite person on set?
Who's right here? Sorry, I haven't learned anything.
Who's that? I haven't come on. Is that the boyfriend?
No.
Oh.
It's my mother-in-law.
Oh, come on in.
Join the party.
Let's see. My favorite person on set is maybe Elizabeth Arad.
Really?
Yeah, she's really fun, and it's really been like enjoyable getting to run into her like over and over again. yeah, it becomes really important seeing familiar faces.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Coming back and forth, and what we do, our work can be kind of disjointed. You hop around from project to project and show to show. Coming back and getting to like reconnect with somebody, like, and Elizabeth has been that for me because we came on in the same episode. So,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been really great.
Yeah, I can't wait to see her Godzilla movie.
Likewise, yeah.
We're going. I mean, you got a few more minutes? We got a few more questions, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if your mother-in-law was like, we gotta go. Dinner. Do you think that the workers don't respect Negan's lieutenants anymore?
I do think that they're losing respect for them, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and understandably so. Like, they're really fed up with the conditions, and I think that they're kind of sick of having to like not only follow his instructions, but like his leaders as well, his lieutenants.
Yeah, I mean, we were introduced to another new character. Her name is Regina.
Yeah.
She played. I think she's a lieutenant, I believe, right?
Yeah, Tracy. Tracy's got a great character. She and I spent a lot of time together on this past season, and yeah, I love that gal.
Yeah, she seems pretty badass herself.
Strong character, very strong.
Do you where to go? Do you think no, where to go? Oh, it's this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, the question that I was just asking about.
What question?
Oh, it was up here. Do you think? Sorry. Do you think she's more dangerous than a rot?
Do I think that
Regina's more dangerous than a rot?
it's dangerous than a rat? I don't know. That one is like.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Ultimate suspense. What just happened?
She's like, I think that. Uh-oh. There's always a first time for everything. I wonder if she lost service. Oh shit. We're gonna give it a second, guys, and see what the hell just happened. Terry. Oh shit. We're waiting to see what just happened. Says she's online, so that's good. Oh, there she is. Hola.
Sorry, you guys.
That's okay.
Lost you there for a bit.
That's all right. I was like, I was like, was it on our end? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was on my end or your end. Sorry about that. Now.
It's okay. We're gonna blame it on Verizon. It's their fault.
All right.
Where were
Copy
we?
that.
Where were we?
A rot versus.
Oh, Regina. Right.
It's really too hard to say. I think they both. I would not want to be in a fight with either of them. I'll just say that. I wouldn't want to run into either of them in a dark alley at night.
Regina looks jacked. What's her name in real life?
Regina is jacked. Tracy Dinwiddie.
Okay.
She is really cool. She's been acting for a really long time. She's like huge, like health and fitness, like guru. And homegirl is ripped.
Blaine just goes, "It's the Walking Dead cops." Meaning, like you were about to answer like a question, and the Walking Dead cops were like, "Cut the frequency, cut it."
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
Yeah, thanks, Blaine. That's a good one. It's true though. You're probably right. Gimbal was like, "Pull a cord, pull it." He's like, "We're gonna pull a cord quicker than we pulled." Never mind.
Oh.
I'm sure you heard something on the rumor mill that we'll talk about in a little bit. Craig wants to know if you were able to work. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your cough. If you were able to work as an actor on the British market, are there any shows you'd want to be on?
Let me just put this out there in the universe. I really want to do British television.
Okay. Any reason why?
I love the the style. I love their cinematography. I love the writing. Like BBC shows, even some of the British like Netflix originals are killing it. Like I don't know if this is you guys' style. It's just a little. This is my style though for sure. Like Broadchurch, Happy Valley, The Fall. Like I love what's coming out of the UK, especially in television. Especially in like crime dramas. They're gritty and they're just really, really good. So that is definitely a goal of mine, is to be acting in the UK. I love Vikings, another show on the History Channel that's filmed in Ireland.
Yeah.
So that is a massive goal of mine that I hope to fulfill eventually.
Well, you probably just made a shit ton of people happy over in the UK.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't know any one of those shows you mentioned. I'm sorry. I do know, like, I did check out Shameless, like the UK version of Shameless.
Yeah.
And, like, it's really good. I was like, it's really good. Plus, like, I don't know, like, you get to work with Andrew Lincoln and, like, all these other, like, half of the cast are, like, from over there, from the UK. Lenny James and, I mean...
Lauren Cohen.
Lauren Cohen, like... Yeah. We've done this before where, like, we've had the way everyone talks about Andrew, and I'm always like, well, he's a British, he's a British gentleman, he's a UK gentleman, and you don't get that a lot with the Americans. You tend to get like some really snobby, I'm famous, rich, whatever, like there's no chivalry with these guys sometimes, and you hear about it, like you hear about it all the time with certain actors, and you're just like, and then you can completely understand why everybody loves Andrew Lincoln. So I'm completely on board with you going over and doing a British show. Maybe we can do like a British military show. So I hope that works out for you. That'd be great. What's this right here?
Good question.
More
Zygmunt.
Oh boy.
Zuckerberg, yeah.
Zygmunt. This is a new person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they want to know, since we learned from our mistakes,
I'm gonna call you Zig.
Since we learned from our mistakes,
why are you afraid to commit to change? That's the best way I could interpret it. There was a bit of a...
Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of a barrier there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Meaning her character? Is that what we're going at?
I guess.
So, Laura, you learn from our mistakes. I don't know. Why are we...
Maybe we'll skip past that one.
Yeah.
Maybe they could explain it a little bit better.
Yeah, if you can rewrite it so that way we can gear it towards Laura a little bit better, or through, like, Laura, her character, a little bit better, we'll figure it out. Did you have any main inspiration for acting? Who was your, any actress or someone that really inspired you to get into what you were doing?
I think when I was getting into acting, I was getting into it for other reasons. So when I looked, there were actresses that I enjoyed, but I couldn't really fully understand and appreciate what they do on a really personal level until I became an actor,
Right.
So from where I am now, some of the actresses that I respect the most are Jessica Chastain, Margot Robbie, Amy Adams. I feel like Shia LaBeouf. I think that they have incredible variety, and you see a lot of you just see this huge range with all of them, and that's something that I really want for my own career. I want to do a lot of different roles. I don't want to do the same thing over and over again. I want to take all kinds of risks and fail a lot, and I want to that's what I want my own journey to look similar to.
Nothing wrong with going out there and just having fun and doing what you like. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
That's what keeps you happy. Then nothing else really matters.
Trying things and committing to things fully, and seeing what happens.
Why didn't any of them try to Save Negan?
As far as the saviors, because like
Saviors?
you had the lieutenants that were upstairs.
Okay.
And the workers downstairs, and then you had
Right.
people like Laura and stuff like that were obviously outside of the boardroom.
Yeah.
And why didn't any of them try to save Negan?
Yeah, was there? I mean, there was trying to form a plan there at one point, I think, to see if, and then I know a lot of them are like, well, he's probably dead, kind of thing.
Right.
So what was that whole situation like there about the thought process on saving the boss man?
Well, it's funny. It creates a cool dynamic when the leader's gone. Like, well, what do we do now? Like,
Yeah.
the teachers in the classroom. Like, is anybody gonna step up? And like, I think everybody would feel a little bit of hesitancy too. Like, how long do we stay loyal? Do we like regroup? What's gonna happen? And that whole situation is interrupted with the when the workers, I think, but yeah, cool dynamic for us.
Yeah. So I got a question for you, and what I want to know is who dies?
Oh, everyone dies.
Yes.
Everybody dies. You don't want to leak some kind of secret information to us?
Oh, I want to.
I know. Okay, so I know you didn't get to see the show, obviously, but you've heard what happened. All right. Have you got to ever hang out or meet Chandler?
He's one of the only series regulars I think that I haven't met.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to get to either. He's gone. It's such a huge deviation from the comics. I mean, you've dove into the comics a little bit?
A little bit. Like, I knew that in the comics he takes over the whole, Rick's spot.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
because he's like much older now and grizzly and whatever. He's old man Carl pretty much. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Super curious to see that kind of develop.
A lot of people are trying to save him from the brink of Walking Dead death, and they're saying that a whisperer bit him, that it wasn't a zombie, and
That just some other, random human bite.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that theory.
Yeah. If you go back and watch the scene where he's in the woods with Sadiq and he's trying to bring Sadiq back to Alexandria, and they have that, there's the only scene where they're around zombies. I had to watch it again to really, because everyone's like, he didn't get bit. But when you go back and you watch that episode again, when he's laying on the carcass of the animal, he takes one zombie and he throws him to the side, and another one falls on him immediately. And you kind of see, as he's wrestling with the one, you kind of see the zombie come over by his side, and then the zombie kind of disappears a little bit down over here. And then he's able to struggle, get his gun, kill him, and then, he gets up, and when he gets up, he's kind of like on a knee, and you see him glance, he's like kind of looks down, and you can see him take his hand and kind of like pull his shirt up a little bit. So it was there. It was definitely there in the episode, foreshadowing, everything that was going to happen. But, sorry, people. Carl's gone. Let's get over it. I don't know. What? Why is that like that?
Stop touching things.
I don't know. I saw the screen was all weird.
Now I gotta
What?
stop touching things.
Oh my God, you're so finicky.
I'm the tech guy. Stop touching my stuff.
We're gonna let you go because I know that you got people that are calling for you, and you gave us an hour and a half, which is amazing. So thank you very much for that. Everybody, thanks for your questions.
Let's ask one more question because we weren't able to.
Oh,
from,
okay.
I'm gonna say Zig.
Ziggy, I'm gonna call you Ziggy. Since we are learning about our own mistakes, why are we afraid to commit them? Yes, my question is concerning what? Sorry, I'm from
Ziggy's
Poland.
from
No,
Poland.
Ziggy's
so.
from Poland. I'm not really sure. Any insight on that one?
You can tell him if he wants to DM me that question. I'll try and answer that.
Yeah, there you go. You can send that one privately to
Lindsley.
Lindsley in her DM on Twitter, and try to hammer that one out. Sorry, I apologize. I'm doing my best. Stop touching Ryan. I didn't touch him. Did I touch you? What the hell?
I love when people yell at Chris.
Yeah, like what? But I didn't touch it. I'll touch him as soon as this camera's off. I'm gonna touch him real good. Don't even worry about it. Not that way. Don't worry.
Fist to face.
Yeah. No, would never do that to you. Everyone, say goodnight to Lindsley. Lindsley, you can say goodnight to the YouTube world over here.
Good night, YouTube world. Thank you so much for your questions. Appreciate it.
We look forward to seeing you in the future, either in 6 or possibly in The Walking Dead. We don't know yet. And also the movie that you're producing. Want to go ahead and throw it out there for everybody one more time?
Yeah, This Valley of Dying Stars. Keep an eye out for it. Look out for the teaser on my page.
This Valley of Dying Stars. Check it out. She's the producer. Are you acting in it too?
Yeah.
Oh, producer, actor. She does it all. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you tomorrow night with Oscar. We're going to do a show and tell from our weekend. Break out some stuff that we got and all that jazz. That'll be tomorrow at 7:30 with Oscar's Red Hat at Oscar Rodriguez III. Peace out. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you do it. Peace out, everybody.
Later, guys.
Later. So we'll give this a minute to time out because it's live.